Good evening everyone, welcome back to Tom Plays EU4 for Absolute Beginners. We are back with England, Great Britain, and we finally managed to recover our manpower. So still got a bit of building up to do, but it may at least be time to look around at opportunities. Okay, so Austria is now siding with Castile, which is upsetting. Burgundy and Siena are friends with Aragon. Oh yeah, it's Ottoman War's still going on, isn't it? Of course it is. Okay. Not a big deal. What about the smaller countries? Right, Austria will still join in, despite being fully enmeshed in a war. But they might be quite distracted. Still pretty powerful though. Liege. Yeah, way too many people joining in with that one. Friesland. Way too many people joining in with that one. That's still Burgundy. Okay, so actually not as many opportunities as I would have hoped. Saluzzo. That's a bit more possible. Turin Milan. That's very possible. Kind of thinking that might be a good option. Are they part of the Holy Roman Empire? They are not. We could actually make some significant headway there then. So to me at least, they seem pretty weak. I mean, good grief, we could practically just do nothing and set France on them. Obviously going to reduce our manpower again, but in fact, while I think about it, maybe we should think about some kind of army. So yeah, I kept meaning to mention this, but like we can't summon the Gascon Musket Company up here because it's not within anywhere near Gascony. But yeah, just thinking if we, because we do have some money, let's hire a couple of mercenary armies, just to kind of supplement our own troops. So I've gone for ones which already have leaders and have limited range, because I'm wanting to save the completely independent ones for the Inca or anywhere else we might need them. Bengal, places like that. Just get back to political. And we've got another papal blessing. I suppose mercantilism is the obvious one. We're gradually going to be making more money from trade rather than taxes, so probably going to start raising mercantilism. We will have to let it drop now and again. Okay, let's do this. So each one of these armies is bolstered with a mercenary army, which currently have very low morale. I'm just hoping it will help with our manpower a bit. I'm hoping the morale recovers before we have to actually fight. I wasn't expecting these armies to be right at the doorstep, I have to say. Yeah, obviously it's going to impact our manpower again, which isn't ideal because we're already on 0, but we only really need to take these 2 provinces. I'd be tempted to vassalize Florence, honestly, but conscious that we want to keep heading east. So maybe we should just take the land. Just thinking if we just nibble away a little more in Europe, because this is where we're always at risk of coalitions. Sorry. Just thinking you should bring the navy down. And should really attach those 2 ships to the navy as well. So I'm just thinking, because we haven't had a war down here for a while, if we could just nibble a little bit of land, just getting a little further into Europe, then we can go and off and do something with the Inca or something. So I might even just accept it if we can just get to the point where we can just take these 2 bits. Okay. Ooh. Alright. How good is the air? Well, he's decent. You need to slow down. Okay, well this is just good. Might go for the Medicus, because George seems like a decent heir. There we go. Saved his life. Oh, well I remember. I believe we have an agenda to improve our relations with Frankfurt, so really should start doing that. There we go. Assuming we won't need to make peace for a while. Well, this is good because hopefully our morale will have recovered by now as we were doing the siege. So it didn't matter that we started while the mercenary army still had very low morale. I'm hoping having the mercenary armies in there will reduce the impact on our manpower. We'll see. Okay, brilliant. Frederick is self-sustaining now. Do we want to keep building in Florida, or do we want to assume that they're probably going to be okay now and start moving up the west coast? Or even try to make... I think we should probably do the west coast first. Which raises the immediate question of where are our ships? This isn't going to work, is it? Because I was planning to explore further. So let's keep building Florida. So we may actually end up starting a colonial nation the organic way with Florida. Tell them to stop sheltering. If we lose them later, it's fine. Our main problem with merchant ships now is the force limit rather than the expense. So replacing them with new ones probably isn't a bad thing anyway. So we've got the Navy, that's currently blockading places. Oh, that's part of Florence as well. Interesting, Florence is bigger than I realised. Okay, let's head in to try and wipe out this army. France is actually helping. Wonder of wonders. Ming has declared us their rival. That's interesting. We don't have room for another rival. Hang on, that's Frankfurt's rivals, not ours. We do have room for another rival, so we should rival Ming when we can. Do want to go and attack, but conscious that our morale is low for some reason. So I should let that recover before doing any attacking. Okay, need to go for the castle first. Now at this point we should actually just check whether we can get these 2 bits of land off Florence. No, we can't. Fair enough. I thought it was worth checking. Fulfilled our agenda. And we have a free advisor slot. Okay, well let's do yearly inflation reduction because our inflation has been insane for a while and I'm also going to boost stability because I've been meaning to do that. Oh, brilliant! Fantastic. And we've got some of the autonomy back. And apparently it's now possible again to convert Corfu. Let's try that. Okay, global trade has hit. And we are the initiators of it. That's good. Brilliant. So it's definitely worth conquering the Low Countries then. That is fantastic. Right, so global trade I think hits a lot of areas. I think maybe you just have to be above a certain level or something of development. So we probably don't have to worry too much about making it spread, especially as we've initiated it. That's fantastic, because we were kind of grooming Antwerp to be the next place where something started. So yeah, that will also give us an extra merchant once we embrace it. But we shouldn't be getting any major penalties for it just yet. Milan want to offer peace. I am absolutely fine with that. That's fantastic. Don't think anyone has become exiled just yet, but in reality we can probably get peace anyway. Can we? Maybe we can't, and I need to wait for a diplomat anyway. So that's fine. Just heading into Mantua to see if we can get them to make peace. And I might even peel off the mercenary armies specifically and send them into Florence to help France. Oh. Oh, okay, I can land in Pisa. Right, well that's good. So basically just using the ship as a stepping stone here. The assumption being the ship would actually pick them up. Kind of wondering about summoning the Diet because, well, to be fair, the nobility one will probably be the manpower, so let's summon them anyway. Burghers want a marketplace, that's probably our best option. Even though investing right now would allow global trade to move faster, maybe? Don't want to use admin power right now, though. Cumbria, though. Wouldn't be too bad, but then the marketplace would probably increase production without using any monarch power. But it would give us manpower. Okay, let's do Cumbria. So it's just going to be a little bit of manpower. Just putting a bit of diplomatic in there anyway. But yeah, got some extra manpower. And also some extra loyalty from the nobility, so I'm hoping we should very easily be able to seize lands once the war's over. Which, to be fair, probably shouldn't take very long. Probably doing now, honestly, but making such good progress. And we're mostly just using Brittany and the mercenaries now. But I suppose we might as well get the extra money. On the other hand, oh no, that's France, that's fine. Okay, brilliant. We've got a new colony. I've been neglecting to do any exploration, which is annoying because we really need to be heading further west. I suppose the other thing we could do is try to make a colony that is most definitely in California. That may be here. While we explore. So in that case we actually want to set down again. Take these guys up to the existing colony in Mexico. Now naturally hold to claim whatever they wish. It doesn't mean they're going to get it though. So you can try and make it up there. Then when the new colony appears we should be in a position to easily hop across. And then we can do some exploring. But with that in mind, we should try to explore a bit down here as well. See if we can push east and discover Australia just in case Castile's already making moves on it. Okay, how are we doing? See, suddenly the idea of vassalising Florence is looking much more appealing, but I don't know if we can. They may be too big. Let's increase attempts. Let's just see what we can actually get. Might actually ditch the mercenary armies as well now. Apparently we can't. Oh, right. I think we have to wait till we're at peace. Okay, right, we've done everything now. So, if I clear off her, can I vassalise them? No, I can vassalise Mantua, but I can't vassalise Florence. Right, I'm going to push it a little further and take the piece of land with a castle. Okay, suddenly there's a lot going on. Okay, that's not so bad. Did we have another one? Right, they're terra incognita, so we're going to need our ships back. Which is fine because we're already damaged. I'm going to need you to have a conquistador, which is also fine. Start coring provinces. And our spy has been caught, so we should make a claim on the Ottomans. And honestly, that's probably sufficient. At least next time we get pulled into a war, we should be able to actually get some land out of it. Right. Just improve relations with the Commonwealth and with Austria. And kind of going to need you here, I think. If there's anywhere that can support you. So actually, Nice should be able to, I think, are they not? 32 when they're full? Yeah, they are. So Nice is fine. Which is good because it's right in the middle of the conquered territories. So just have to keep an eye over here. But in general, that is all good. Right, brilliant. So our next concern is going to be hopefully the Inca, who are still in their endless pitched battle with Portugal. Unless we go for war with Portugal, I suppose. Just thinking they're probably quite damaged now, and that also means that Austria wouldn't join in to defend Castile, probably quite a large battle, that though. Might want some more manpower. Even though Portugal are out of manpower, actually Castile's nearly out of manpower. Ooh. Okay. Suddenly feeling less inclined to disband those mercenary armies. For some reason, are Castile at war? Oh, they are with Tunis, right? Brilliant. So Castile and Portugal have managed to horribly damage themselves. Which actually puts us in a really good position to attack them. Okay, I wish I'd noticed that before. I might not have bothered with Florence. Oh well, never mind. France is still pretty powerful. Make a couple more claims on Castile. Save him. Always save him. Going to knock our current attacks on the head. Are we in danger? No, we're not. We clearly don't have a royal marriage anymore. Yeah, so we could actually do a mercenary army here as well. Which will put us at risk of bankrupting ourselves. Okay, that's not good. Oh no, that is good. Okay, let's pause. Sudden change of plan. We formed a personal union with Austria. We just got Austria for free. Cleaves of a new emperor, and the Commonwealth have declared war upon us. Okay, so the Commonwealth want Austria. We have Austria. I am so glad we didn't have time to start that war. Right, okay. Oh, but it's just the Commonwealth. Right. Oh, that's not so bad. Okay, so with that in mind, let's make another mercenary army. And I am going to grab all the mercenary armies we have and head over there. And we're going to take them on as one single army. I should probably rest this navy. I should have grounded them before. Okay. British Columbia hasn't been taxed yet, so let's tax them. Okay, so that's actually brilliant. So that is why we've been doing these royal marriages and these disputed successions. I didn't even see that one coming. So they'd already taken Hungary. So we have effectively... Oh. And I think the Palatinate. But if they had Bohemia, we've lost them. But still, that is incredibly lucky. Okay, I would... Let's do the Salvation and Piety, because we do have quite a bit of diplomatic power right now. Okay. So, Austria and the Commonwealth have both been fighting a big war recently. Honestly, Austria seems powerful enough to take the Commonwealth on single-handed. But I think I'm going to cancel any plans I was having anyway, with a possible exception of invading the Inca, because they will also have been damaged by the war. Yeah, we can take them on. So this is something you do want to do sometimes, especially as Great Britain, because you have colonies and kingdoms and things all over the world. You will want to do more than one war at once. I don't think it makes war exhaustion any worse, so definitely worth it. General, where is our big army? So on this occasion we're just trying to get the Commonwealth to back off and let us keep Austria. It's interesting. Okay, so all our other armies... Oh, you're already on your way. That's why. They just couldn't get another order in. Right, cool. Okay. You're at 100. Right, I want you to go and start harrying the Commonwealth's coasts for me. So yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye out for... We've got here, in theory... Ooh, what allies do they have? They don't have any allies. This is the problem with being a monolithic empire. They're on their own. I think in theory that one army should be enough. I was tempted to get another one. So if possible we want to get 4 provinces out of the Inca. We're obviously going to be sinking ourselves in debt over all this, but getting a new colonial nation, and especially getting Austria, is worth pretty much any amount of debt. It's a bit like when we were taking France. Let's just randomly improve relations with a few people. Now, it's possible Austria might have some claims on the Commonwealth. The thing is, in theory, I want to be allied to the Commonwealth. So, I'd rather not upset them too much. But at the same time, it's always nice to have any extra land we can get. But yeah, I think they have the same rulers as us. Jagelian. Yeah, no idea how to pronounce that, I'm afraid. But we've got a better than average chance of inheriting them. Oh, we don't still need the spy network, do we? Oh cool, British Columbia's helping. Didn't even consider that. Right, we need to check our colonies. Okay, so you are damaged. Can't be helped though, you're still better protection than nothing. I have a feeling these are all related, these islands, but let's go for the biggest one anyway. Okay, Oh, right. We're already making progress. Right, brilliant. In that case, where's Warsaw? Warsaw is there. Let's head for Warsaw. I think if we can take Warsaw... Well, I don't know. Problem is we've spent quite a lot on these mercenary armies already, so... And with Austria making really good progress. Part of me is wondering if we should... push it a bit and see if we can get some more out of them, because we've basically forced to keep fighting the Inca anyway. So maybe it's worth just tromping around and taking a few of these castles. Might get us some money to pay off the mercenaries, if nothing else. Okay, I would say attempt to avert it. We never did seize that land, did we? Gonna lose the opportunity. Discovered this land now. And it sounds like someone had already sent a colony. Looks like rather, that's annoying. Okay, well, can't be helped. Let us instead make a colony here. No, we can't do that either. Okay, let's make a colony here instead then. Although I'm half tempted to claim to just take this one over. But probably don't want to start a third war right now. So who's this? Portugal. Fine. Yep. Need to move them back onto the ship. Can't be helped. Should have moved faster. Right, there are the Commonwealth's armies. Let's see what we can get. Not that interested in that, honestly. How about money? It'd really help if this wasn't covering it. Right. Let's release as many mercenary armies as we can, as I am absolutely not attacking Portugal now, much as I would like to claim that colony from them. You have to be very careful when doing mercenary armies that you don't accidentally delete your own army. Okay, Austrians have a higher liberty desire. That's not a surprise because they're very powerful. So I think it's more to do with the how powerful they are as a nation rather than being unhappy with us as such. We're still improving relations with them. Can I improve relations with the Commonwealth? Not yet, but soon. Portugal are declaring war again. They just can't help themselves. I need to get this army off Portugal's colony. So tempting. As it is, we're probably going to have to work our way around to it now. And we'll probably never get there. But it's probably more important to start getting lands on the other islands. Make sure they don't claim those as well. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So this is still going, but it's close to finishing at least. I want these ships to have an explorer again, and I want to send them down here. So we can start exploring west again. And otherwise, it's not too bad. Right, this time we can wait for the colony to appear. Okay, well that was eventful. Right. Oh, brilliant. British Columbia is making some headway. Hopefully we will soon be joining them. We are. Okay, well if they're coming down here, we will... Yeah, it's showing as being occupied by us anyway. So ideally we want these 4 spaces, or any 4, actually, it doesn't matter which 4. But there's another castle to take down here. Ooh, what are we offering us? That's not enough. Okay, Austria can deal with that. Government reform. Okay, haven't had one of these for a while. Administrative cadre. So we've got clergy, nobles, meritocratic or dynastic. Meritocratic, off the top of my head, is probably our best option. Can we form a colonial nation? We can. Okay, brilliant. With that in mind, the only problem is we can't split this army. So they're going to be perpetually being damaged. Not that it matters that much because they're a mercenary army. But yeah, so in theory, once we've cored these, it should form like British Peru or something. Okay, so we'll do Ming, and we'll do Portugal, which is great. Right, Commonwealth. If possible, we want to repair our shattered alliance. We can, that's good. We're allied with the Commonwealth again. They have accepted that we are now kind of in control of Austria. Save him. Always save him. What else? Aragon's doing disturbingly well against the Ottomans. This would be a wonderful time to attack them. I'm just wondering if I'll be biting off more than I can chew. We can probably take them later once we've solidified our control over Austria, no matter how much land we take from the Ottomans. I mean, that should actually make us pretty much unstoppable in Europe. So yeah, let's be patient. Let's leave it a bit. So we still need to get this colonial nation up and running. How are we doing here? Still damaged. That's fine. Has the other colony formed? Honestly surprised we don't have a coalition with taking Austria. Maybe there's no one brave enough. I mean, the Commonwealth obviously was disputing it anyway, so they've had to back off. They'll have a truce with us now, so they can't be part of a coalition. Everyone may have just decided that we're just too scary to coalesce against now, which is interesting. I need the stability. That's fine. Yeah, that... I don't think that's ever happened before. To me, at least. More mercantilism, please. But yeah, I mean, that is why we do the royal marriages. I honestly thought we had a better chance with the Commonwealth, simply because we ended up sharing a dynasty. Completely hadn't noticed that Austria didn't have an heir. Oh well. So yeah, worth having royal marriages, because you never know when something insanely fortunate like that might happen. Right, we've gained an unassigned merchant. So I think they do make a kind of suggestion as to where you can send them. They're saying the Congo. Probably not going to do the Congo. Well, we've come this far. I suppose we may as well finish them off, so this will give us enough to have another colonial nation, which is good. Shouldn't have too many penalties yet, so let's go for technology. But hopefully not going to be warring for a bit, so I might go for quality ideas. We need to be careful with our military ideas, that we don't allow ourselves to fall too far behind technologically. On 16, Castile's on 15, Portugal's on 16, so we're keeping up at least. We do have too many military leaders, of course, because I grabbed a bunch for fighting the Commonwealth. And our army's stuck. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, the best place for us to be is Niederhessen. Should have kept an eye out for that, because Austria's got bits and bobs everywhere. So yeah, there was always danger that an exiled army would run into one and end up getting stuck. Right. Okay, right. Well, let's split them up, so at least they're not taking damage, and we'll worry about that later. So, where is the other army? Okay. Hopefully if I send them here, they won't get stranded. Oh. No, they are stranded. Okay, but at least I have a coastline there, so we can go and pick them up. Okay, we have come across a huge temple. Destroy the temple. Okay, well, we've got no choice but to destroy the temple. And we appear to have eclipsed Portugal as a rival. That's good. I'm not rivaling the Commonwealth if I can help it. Okay. Need to assign that merchant and also get our army over to this new colony. Right, merchants. Where are we at? So yeah, I'd rather kind of pick it myself. So apparently the North Sea is valuable, but we don't have anyone in the Caribbean yet. And they're second in line, and almost all American trade goes through it. So definitely a Caribbean. So we're going to transfer trade power. And I'm hopeful, I would say show charity. Apart from, you know, we're being evil enough as it is, it only costs 20 ducats and it actually has good benefit. So, hopeful that this will help our money a bit. Actually, it looks like they've already appeared. That was fast. Okay, so I'm not going to see any idea of whether it's helping our money. But it will be. Oh, good grief, why? Oh, right. Okay, let's get off the trade screen. Apparently, the Commonwealth has announced us as their rival. That's unfortunate. I did not want that at all. In fact, I might hold off on rivaling them. Although unfortunately, everyone now wants to... I think we don't have enough allies. Basically, oh right, we are going to have to rival the Commonwealth then if the Ottomans aren't valid. Where is it? Oh, interesting. Potential ally on the continent. Not that keen though. I think I was going to ally anyone, it will be someone. Well, actually, I'm going to ally anyone. It's going to be one of the Indian countries. So where are we at with these? We can ally Siam. Okay. Maybe not directly connected to Bengal. But they're not fond of them either, so let's go with it. That should stop people bothering us. I'm going to make friends with Arakan as well. Ming conquest, I don't really mind. Probably should have checked whether we were at war. I think I looked straight at that and didn't notice it. But on the plus side, hopefully unless they crush our colony, we won't have to do anything. And we can just make peace soon. So let's just decline that. And... oh right, did we already have the Caribbean? Or have we gained another one? We might have gained another one. Sorry, I'm losing track here. So, in theory, we could gain a merchant from Newfoundland and also from British Columbia. So it may be that we've just gained a second merchant. Or possibly we already had one. I think we already had one. Right, okay, so in that case, Ivory Coast is quite high, and we do want to do the Ivory Coast. So let's go with them. Yeah, I think I got confused. I think the Caribbean already had one. Should explain why it didn't help our money at all. So at the moment, it's being sent to the Caribbean, whereas we could get it sent straight to the English Channel. It probably isn't a lot right now, but it will grow. Okay, so the coalition has finally happened. Well, that's okay because I have no intention of attacking anyone anyway. So yeah, it's giving us a bit of money. It's an improvement. And I guess we need to start making friends with everyone. So let's start with the Papal States because I don't want to be excommunicated again. And who else? Holland. Don't fancy our chances of getting Holland to like us. In fact, most of these I don't fancy our chances really. Still, I suppose we can have a go at Burgundy. And other than that, I might just improve relations with some of the bigger Holy Roman Empire countries. Have a feeling, horrible feeling, that I sent some ships off to explore over here. No, thankfully they weren't ready yet. Okay, cool. Just allow us to finish setting these off. We need to revoke an embargo. We can't revoke an embargo. We also need to set some new embargoes up. And we need to get our money under control. 5 loans. I've had worse. Privileges, I'm going to deny them, and that reminds me that we really need to see some land while everyone still likes us. We can't because we're not at peace, because we're in this stupid war with Ming. Oh, good grief. Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, that's probably Castile. Might not be, might be an independent nation. But yeah, we really need to discover Australia. Well, this is good at least. We can summon a diet. Let's do that now. Let's knock that down. Just thinking I don't want the manpower one again. Marketplace in Lothian. Right, this time I think I'm going to go with the burgers. We need money anyway. So Marketplace in Lothian is probably a good plan. Where's our ships? Oh, yeah, cool. Right, so let's send you back. And then we will start a marketplace in Lothian. And then we will pay off some loans because we got a load of money. And I might finally call it a day. Okay, marketplace. Right, we can now do trade depots. In fact, we need to do a trade depot because they've already got a marketplace. Okay, let's repay any loans that we can. Can only repay one, unfortunately, so this is going to be quite expensive. Oh no, two. Okay. So that's an improvement. I'd forgotten we were still the courier controller. That's good. So this is why we still need this mercenary army here. And they're probably part of the reason we're losing so much money, because we're expecting a bunch of uprisings, and even once the colonial nation forms, they're probably not going to be able to handle all the uprisings they'll be getting. So we're going to need to keep this army here for quite a while, I think. Although we are going to need them for India, so... But we have manpower to recover before that happens. And where's our navy? Really have got to stop leaving that out in the open. Right. Where are we up to? We need a diplomat. We need to explore. Need to do 1,000 things at once. Right, so we should probably pull our diplomat out of Burgundy because we are getting absolutely nowhere with Burgundy. Okay, I'm going to send you back because the supply limit's better down there, I think. Okay, so let's end our embargo on the Ottomans. I'm assuming we can't make them a rival. May have to actually give up and make the Commonwealth a rival. And in an ideal world, we would pull out of this war with Ming. Excellent. Pull out of the war with Ming. Siam won't like that, but Siam. But it allows us to seize land finally. So in a perfect world, we'd be trying to seize most of the land and getting... It basically increases absolutism, I think. Which we're not really going to go into, but it's a good thing. So ideally you want to seize land as often as you can. It's just that with our low manpower, I haven't wanted the uprisings. But we were able to seize it then without any uprisings, because everyone had a loyalty bill 50. Let's get you to Corfu as well. Got to join you onto the main navy. And I think with the possible exception of our exploration down here, I think that might be just about it. We just had poor uniforms there, less morale. Right, where is this? We probably want to just unite them. Okay, we found the coast of Australia. So that's a start. Send you back. Hopefully won't get damaged, and I'm going to pause because I'm going to end it there. So yeah, that went to the very different direction than I was expecting. I was hoping to make war on Portugal and also be at war with Castile and be able to claim a bunch of colonial lands. But as it turned out... oh good, it's this one. As it turned out, we unexpectedly inherited Austria. So that is brilliant. That is not something you can expect to happen. I've never seen that happen before. So yeah, it has the unexpected effect that both of our own armies are stranded, apart from the African one, of course, which may as well become one unit, but it's absolutely brilliant. The drawback is that the Commonwealth is no longer an ally and they've declared us their rival. And we may be stuck with that because at the size we are now, you have relatively few rivals, like especially because the Ottomans are no longer valid. Because Aragon's taken a bunch of land from them. So all this land we have claims on with the Ottomans, we're now going to need to try and take from Aragon, assuming the Greeks don't manage to separate, in which case we may take it from the Greeks. We will see. But yeah, I think we may have to give up and actually rival the Commonwealth. Which is a shame, because I didn't really want to take any of their land. Happy with Austria being a buffer between us and them. And they're not a colonial nation, so they're not really in our way at all. They'd actually be a really good ally. But it may be that we're the only rival they can have. So we may never be able to persuade them not to be rivals with us. So we may possibly just be better off giving in and rivaling them. So the other thing is we took enough land that when we finish coring, these provinces will hopefully have a third colonial nation. We've actually made enough colonies over in Florida that we will have a fourth or fifth, is it? Yeah, sorry, it'll be fourth and fifth colonial nations. Started in California, which is good. We're going to want to get one in Cascadia, up north. And we finally discovered Australia, kind of. You can just see the coastline. So we can make a start there as well, make sure that Castile and Portugal don't lock us out of there. I don't think we've been locked out of anywhere, which is good. So yeah, that is actually more successful than I expected. We're back to having no manpower, but to be fair, conquering the whole of Austria with all of these little areas they have scattered throughout the Holy Roman Empire is more than I could probably have hoped for the entire game. So that is just incredible. Bulgaria. Conscious that we do have room for another vassal in theory. Technically we only have one ally now, but then we probably don't need more than that. Okay, but anyway, so that was good. That was amazingly good. Grief. So yeah, I will leave it there, and thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.